Newly released body cam footage has unveiled a series of disturbing incidents involving a 58-year-old woman named Susan Louise and a 35-year-old individual named Ajike in Ocala, Florida. Lorincz, who admitted to using derogatory language towards children in the neighborhood, repeatedly called the police on Owen and accused them of trespassing and disturbing her.
I'm peaceful and quiet. I'm like the perfect neighbor.
That is how Lorincz claims she is in one of many body camera footages released by the Marion County Sheriff's Office, demonstrating the numerous complaints.
What's going on? Kids keep running back and forth over here.
How can I help you today?
Okay. Yeah, I've had mail taken.
What's going on this evening?
Both the children screaming their full heads off, running around.
Several of the calls involved grievances towards the kids.
The kids all live on that side of the street. For some reason, they love to play over here like guys.
Probably because it's open.
He says no trespassing, and they're always walking the dog. The dog's always taking the crap. There's poop on the sidewalk. There's all kinds of stuff. I said, can you please keep the dog over there?
Deputies constantly responded to Lauren's calls several times over the last year and a half. She would call complaining about the neighboring kids.
Guys, stop. They know they're not supposed to be over here. They've been told many times. They've previously stole the no trespassing sign. And then the kid tells me to shut up to my face. I said, don't be disrespectful to me.
But the kids say otherwise. Neighbors claimed Lorincz was the instigator, claiming the kids were just playing in the neighborhood lot next to Lauren's house.
They're not over there harassing her, doing anything. They're playing. Literally, every time the police are over here because of this lady. She'll be inside, they can be playing.
Over the last year, the ongoing feud with the neighbors only worsened. And in June 2023, deputies say that feud ended with a neighbor being killed.
What's your call for?
I called because the lady across the street on the phone hit me with the sign.
I picked the sign up and I threw the sign. I literally picked the sign up, and as I walked up, I threw the sign. I said, and I can go and buy a sign too. It still doesn't mean anything.
This is one of many Susan Louise complaints. Allegedly, Owens picked up a no trespassing sign and threw it at her as she was walking her dog. Sheriff deputies asked Owens for her side of the story, but this just goes to show the petty incidents of a Karen that led to someone's death. Lorincz, during her conversation with investigators, claimed to have a headache on the day of the shooting and expressed frustration about the noise caused by children playing in the grassy area between the apartment buildings. According to witness statements provided to deputies, Lorincz had previously confronted the children, giving them offensive gestures and using racial slurs. On the night of the shooting, as a few children were playing basketball, Owen's son informed authorities that he had accidentally left his electronic tablet in the field, which Lorincz allegedly picked up. When the 10-year-old approached Lorincz to ask for the return of his tablet, he claimed that she threw it to the ground, yelled at him, and even threw roller skates in his direction. This account aligns with the affidavit filed in the case. Lorincz later claimed that when Owen knocked on her door, Owen threatened to kill her. Lorincz alleged that Owen banged on the door so forcefully that it caused shaking, leading her to believe that the door might be broken down. Feeling panicked and fearing for her life, Lorincz fired a single round from her .380 caliber handgun. Tragically, Owen's 10-year-old son, who had been struck by the roller skate earlier, was standing beside her when the gunshot was fired. After conducting a thorough investigation, Marion County Sheriff Billy Woods made the decision to order Lorincz's arrest. Authorities have stated that Lorincz's actions were not justified given the circumstances. She now faces several charges, including manslaughter with a firearm, culpable negligence, battery, and 2 counts of assault.
The woman was screaming and yelling and she was trying to break down my door. I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my gun and I shot at the door.
Several things will happen this morning at your first appearance. I will inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there was probable cause for your arrest. If you're entitled to bond, I will consider setting a bond. I will consider appointing an attorney if you request one. If you cannot afford an attorney, I will consider appointing the public defender to represent you. It is important that you know and understand that you're not required to say anything here today, and anything you do say can be used against you in the future. We will not be resolving your case today, therefore there's no reason to discuss the facts of your case. You have the right to communicate with your lawyer, your family, and your friends. You will be provided reasonable access to a telephone at the jail for that purpose. Can you all please stand if you're able and raise your right hand to be sworn? Thank you. Have a seat. I will call you forward to the podium in the front of the room one at a time. When I call your name, please come up to the podium. Susan Louise. Good morning, ma'am. What is your name?
Susan Louise.
Ma'am, you've been charged with manslaughter with a firearm, culpable negligence, 2 counts of assault, and battery. I've reviewed your application for the services of the public defender. I have a couple questions. Next to bank account and equity and motor vehicle, is that a number 22 or are those question marks?
On the form that you filled out, the AIS form, I didn't fill it out.
During her appearance, Lorincz, a 58-year-old white woman, wore a suicide vest, a safety measure designed to prevent self-harm. Lorincz has been charged with manslaughter with a firearm, battery, culpable negligence, and 2 counts of assault. Owens, a 35-year-old black woman, tragically left behind 3 young children ranging from ages 3 to 12. During the hearing, Lorincz did not enter a plea, but informed the court that she had not worked in the past 2 weeks due to being on disability. She also stated that she does not own any property, has no savings, and carries a debt of $22,000 related to an unpaid vehicle, as shown in online footage of the appearance. Lorintz's attorney argued that she has no criminal record and expressed concerns about the proposed bond amount, claiming that setting it at the state's requested level would essentially be equivalent to denying bond altogether. However, the judge ultimately set Lorintz's bond at $154,000. The family of Ajike Owens expressed disappointment with the bond, feeling that it did not adequately reflect the severity of the crime committed. Anthony Thomas, the attorney representing Owens' family, stated their desire for a bond that truly matches the gravity of the situation. This case continues to raise important questions and emotions regarding the tragedy that unfolded in Ocala. As we conclude our coverage of the court appearance of Susan Louise Lorincz, the woman charged in the shooting death of her neighbor Ajike Owens, we are left with a sobering reminder of the tragic consequences of racial animosity and the misuse of firearms. Our hearts go out to the family of Ajike Owens, who now face the challenging task of raising 3 young children in the absence of their mother. We hope that justice will be served and that healing can begin for all those affected by this tragic incident. Thank you for joining us in this important discussion. Remain vigilant and stay safe. Good night.